Well, I just meant to zoom in and I turned the camera off instead. So I'm just going to re-talk about number one, even though I've already written it down. We know angle 1 is 140 degrees. We know that angle 2 and angle 1 together make up a diameter, which means they must be 180. So if I take 180, subtract the 140, the portion I'm left with for angle 2 will be 40 degrees. Going on to part 2, we're now asked to find arc BC, or the measure of this arc. If we want to find the measure of that arc, it is going to be equal to its central angle. So the 40 degrees for angle 2 will match the 40 degrees for arc BC. Now, going over to AB, same idea, the arc matches the central angle, so that's just 140 degrees. And then finally, ABC, because it's covering a diameter, or half a circle, we know by default that must be 180 degrees. Now, 5 to 16, whole lot going on, so let's see what we can fit in. We know 2 and 1 are the same. We're told that 2 is 4x plus 35. So that's going to be the same for 1, 4x plus 35. We're told that, oh, I should read the whole question first, shouldn't I? We're given a different value for 1. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to say that 4x plus 35 is equal to 9x plus 5. Because we're just saying that angle 1 and angle 2 are equal to the same. So if I subtract the 5 and subtract the 4x, I get 30 is equal to 5x, which means x is equal to 6. If I plug that 6 in, 24 plus 35 gives me 59, and then 54 plus 5 gives me 59. Okay. So I now know angle 1 is 59 degrees. I know angle 2 is 59 degrees. I'm also told that AC is a diameter and DB is the diameter. So what I can do is I can do 180 minus the 59 minus the 59 and see what I've got left. And what I'm going to have left is going to be 3162, 108, no 118, yeah 62. So that means angle 3 up here is 62 degrees, 4 down here is 62 degrees. And then that also means angle P over here is going to be the combination of the two 59s, because you can see those vertical angles, and that becomes 118. So I always on these problems like to just sit for a moment and find all of my angles first, because now when I go back over to these problems, I've already got all my numbers, and I might have to add 1 or 2, but I don't have to do a whole bunch of work. So let's go through our list. We now know that x is 6, or 59. Or sorry, x was 6. I did say it right. I apparently am not awake right now. This is not a good plan. AE, arc, matches the intercepted arc, or central angle, 59 degrees. ED, also 59 degrees. Measure of angle 3 we found is 62. Measure of AB matches the central angle, 62. E to C, 59 plus 62, that's a 1, carry it over, 121 degrees. EB will be the same, also 121 degrees. CPB matches our vertical angles right here, so we get 118 degrees. CB, the arc, matches its intercept or its central angle, 118. C E to B. So that's everything on the outside. I'm going to think about that as being 360 minus the 118. So then that means 35 take away 11 is 242 degrees. You could have also done 180 plus the 62. That may have been a little easier. DC, matches its central angle, that's 62 degrees, and then CE to A, well, that's a diameter, so I don't even need to bother adding because I know that's 180. We are now in 17 asked to find arc length. So if I come down here, we're told that AB is 12 and BAC is 60, and we want to find arc length. And for arc length, remember, it's central angle over 360, because an entire circle is 360, and then times your circumference. So for this particular problem, we're going to have 60 over 360 times 2 pi times our radius, which is 12. And so putting that all together, 60 over 360 is 1/6. 2 times 12 is 24 pi. 24 and 6 simplify, and we get a final answer of 4 pi. And then I said you didn't need to do 18, so I'm just going to cross it out and not mess with it for right now. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful.